Well, ho, 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 and ho, ho, ho. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. An early Merry Christmas to you all. What is going on? I know. Hey, it's been a bit. It's been a bit since I've been on the air. Been on the recording here on Planet One. Got some Christmas stuff going on here, little decorations and all that. Believe it or not, folks, since the last time that I was on this thing, I haven't actually stopped, was able to actually sit down in front of this recording, a Zoom thing, or whatever you want to call it, on Planet One and talk to you all and do anything. I've been running, running. And now here we are, the 18th of December. I think I started running with the with Marvelous Lights and Gemstone back on, I think, over 2 months ago. I think it was right around October 15th or so is when I got started. And um, it's been kind of crazy. It's been good and kind of crazy. We have been going everywhere and getting folks with their permanent lights with Gemstone. I've got some information that's on my social media that you can check that out. You can go to my Facebook, my personal Facebook, and also my LinkedIn account. You can type in my name, Gregory Angelo, here in LinkedIn, and you'll see the stuff that's going on. Not only are we doing residential installations for your permanent lighting, it's not holiday lighting. We've talked about that when we get to the homeowner and talk to them, because so many people in the last 60 days have been wanting their lights on before Christmas. But it's really not so much about holiday lighting at all. It's really year-round lighting, permanent lighting, and Gemstone. For those of you who don't know, probably going to be finding out. They do permanent lighting with the architectural lighting, the white lighting, which we have the bright whites people use for security. You have your cool lighting and then your warm lighting. And then there's like over 150 different lighting themes that you can have, not just holiday time or for Halloween, but for anything, football games and any type of sports teams that you have, or Mother's Day or Valentine's Day or fireworks, 4th of July, all of those things. Even beyond all of that, you can create your own color themes that's on the app, and we'll do some demonstrations for you and all that. But I just wanted to come in here right now. I got an appointment a little bit later here. I'm trying to see if we can move it because I got to be at another appointment in the same town in a day or two, and it would be nice because it's about an hour drive, and it'd be nice to try to centralize those two appointments. And I'm just waiting for the customer to let me know if he's able to do that, which would be great, because otherwise it would be, whatever it is. But customers have been very, very agreeable to moving their schedules around. A lot of times they forget and let us know that they need to change, but whatever that is. We are going to be talking a little bit more about all of this stuff, especially with builders now on the commercial end of things, because we're transitioning now. We're getting out of what they call their Super Bowl Q4 time is really what Marvelous Lights has been known for over the number of years, is that they were in the seasonal lighting business for about 5 years. And then last year they switched over to being the exclusive dealer in the Carolinas for Gemstone. And now we just opened up Texas, the entire state of Texas. And then we're going to be moving into Florida. So we're moving from basically like a project management role into account rep dealing with builders, because where Gemstone is located up in Calgary in Canada there, they have a huge book of business for their builders. They're doing about 3 or 4 a day. They're putting in probably about 400 to 500 a year in new construction, right? Pre-construction, or even after the building has been done. So we're trying to get a hold of builders now, especially in the Carolinas. And I'm looking at one right now who's doing a pre-construction. It's not done yet. It's a huge home. And the homeowner was looking at getting the permanent lights in and not waiting until the home gets done. So we're working with the general contractor and all of that. So we have a whole process that we work with as well. Commercial, yeah, that's also another area that we work at. We've done dealerships, we've done some Chick-fil-A's and other places, coffee houses and things like that. Any type of commercial building we can do, and we can get the lights up. So it's a great app. We'll talk about that at another time and everything else. So what else is going on with you? Hope that you are all doing well. A lot, oh my goodness, a lot has been going on in the world, as we know, over the last month, at least from the last time I've been on. So a lot of scary, I call it scary things, but a lot of unnerving things going on that you really don't know from one day to the next what's going to happen, right? And that's a problem, right? That's people that are in the security business. They're always looking to see whether or not there's going to be an issue, and it's always good to be prepared than trying to be reactive after something gets done. So I do pray for all those things that have happened recently in Australia, over in Brown University, the loss of the actor Rob Reiner and his wife in California. I was always a big fan of him, big fan of All in the Family, and growing up during that time, watching that show when I was in that age bracket for that, it was just interesting. So it's very sad. But we hope that you are doing well. We're going to be coming back with some more stuff as we get things rolling. I think we're going to be winding down this year now. After next week, I have another appointment scheduled for, I believe, the 22nd, 21st or 22nd, and then we're done. But I do have customers that are getting installations January and into February because of the price points and the price improvements that we have going into the new year with Gemstone. So you can reach out to me directly, 704-277-1898, and we'll talk to you about the marvelous lights. I do have this is one of my books. I have like 3 of these of all of my customers and all of my quotes and everything else, but we basically come out to the home with the marvelous packet and talk to you all about that, and with Gemstone and who we are as a Gemstone dealer. All that information is in there, and all the other things that we do. We do some really unique installs. I've got one customer up in Mooresville area that has a big boathouse that he's looking to have his lights put on, and we do that as well. So very, very well. So hope you've been all in the festive mood here at Christmas time. I know our family is, obviously just like all the rest of you, very excited for Christmas to be upon us, coming in probably just in about a week here. Isaac is out of school. Today was his last day. He had a half day, so he was done at noon, and now he's off until after January 1. He goes back, so he's on his holiday break now. So he had a Thanksgiving break, very short break. The week of Thanksgiving, he was off that whole week, and then he is off now. So got to keep him busy. For those of you parents out there, wherever you're at, you know how it is now. Kids are home. Many of us are not home, where we don't get the whole holiday time off. And maybe if you're in the school system, maybe you do have it off. If you're in public school or private school, whatever you're at, maybe you will be off. If you're a teacher, you work in the school district or what you do and all of that, which is nice to have that break. But for those of us who don't, many people are working up the Christmas Eve, and then they have probably the Friday off, the day after the weekend, and then go back the following Monday. So, but if your kids are off for all the way through the end of the month until the first week in January, you've got to figure that out. Like, how are you going to be able to get your stuff done, get to work, organize everything, what to do with the kids. If you have family members that can help you to bring them here and there, and all the rest of the things you got to do for planning for the holidays, for Christmas or whatever else you're celebrating, for Hanukkah, all of that. And so, yeah, it can be a little bit stressful. Whether or not you've finished everything, if everything's completed. I know it was a couple of days ago, I was at some homes and people were still trying to get their holiday themes up, their Christmas stuff up, all of that. But I look at it this way: it comes and goes. If you're ready for it or not, it's going to come. with you or without you. So I really never get all, crazy zoid about it. Obviously now as an adult, when we're much older, Christmas is a little bit different. I really look at it more for a time for kids. From a Christian perspective, we're always mindful of that, of what this is about, that the change that occurred of Christ coming into the world, God coming into his own as incarnate man, becoming man, flesh incarnate to bring salvation into the world, and so that God can be reconciled with man. And that was only through Christ. That's the only way it is. And so obviously that is a time for Christians that we celebrate the birth of Christ. I don't know, I've never really read in scripture that we are supposed to continually, I know it's something that we do from a traditional perspective, but kind of like Easter, there isn't any ordinance about remembering Christ's birth other than like the Sabbath or the Last Supper, which is an ordinance of Christ saying that we should remember to do that on a regular basis. I don't know whether or not they ever celebrated birthdays, but we celebrated Jesus's birth, after every year. And we don't know what year he was born or what day he was born, even though that we have this Christian calendar that basically it's the Gregorian calendar from Pope Gregory, Catholic Pope, and that's where our calendar today has been established, is through the Roman Catholic Church from thousands of years ago. So really hasn't changed, but doesn't matter. You can celebrate it how you wish. It comes on this day. Many people say, yeah, it was that time of the year. You can look at it from different historical perspectives of where the shepherds were, if it was winter time, or what was really going on in the way that the planets were aligned during that time as well. Like Jupiter and Saturn were during that time were in Bethlehem, over Bethlehem, where those two planets merged together and created this large star. Some people believe that was the planets of Jupiter and Saturn that had come very close together. And whether or not you talk about from the zodiac perspective, that was the time of Pisces and brought us in that time of the year. So there's some of that's based in Daniel, and a lot of recordings that happened with the three kings. Well, they weren't really three kings who left Magi and made their way across. There was a number of we call them the Magi's, who came after Christ's birth, not at the time of his birth in Bethlehem, but later they came and they brought the frankincense and myrrh and gold to him to honor him and all of that they were following the stars. And they really weren't sure at the time of what it was, other than reading Old Testament and knowing that it was a savior that was being born, coming out of the book of Micah. It's someone to deliver, a Messiah to deliver their people out of bondage. All right, so that's it. I think that's it for now. Appreciate you all. Be putting this up in just a little bit, but it's been nice to see you all as well. It's been, as I said, it's been very chaotic. A lot of driving, a lot of times getting out of the house, taking Isaac to school and being at appointments and getting home late. A lot of driving around, a lot of being at appointments, even in any type of weather. Even this last week, it's been a little chilly over probably the last week or so. Last week was insane. Last week at this time, it was very cold. And there was one area I was at up in, I think it was Troutman area in Denver area. Very, very chilly. It was probably like about 20 degrees, a little bit of mix with snow and rain going on. And I was outside trying to get all the architectural design, everything for the house, and to see what the folks wanted to do. So, but anyway, appreciate you. Greg and Joe here with you. We'll have information about our Gemstone lighting, marvelous lights. I posted some stuff on LinkedIn. It's also on my social media. If you are a broker, you're watching this, you're a real estate broker, you work with builders, many of us do. Many of you have your hands in that new construction. Some of you builders some of you brokers are in the building realm. You get a piece of land, you buy a home, you flip it, you turn it around, put it up brand new, whatever you want to do. Do have someone that uh, is an investor, home investor, and we just put some lights on a rental for him. A home, it's a regular home, residential, that we put lights on, and he has a commercial building that he's looking to put lights on as well. So we don't count anybody out, regardless of if you're a broker, investor, in the home business, new builder, small builder. You could be a big builder. We work with anyone. All right. Appreciate you. We'll probably be coming in again before Christmas time, but until then, good to see you all, and wish you all a great day and the rest of your week. And we'll talk to you all soon. Take care.